Hey, welcome back to In the Gutter. Let's take a look at a couple more boxes from my comic book Accumulation. This box is a little full. This is the third issue of Louis Riel, or Riel. It's a Chester Brown drawing quarterly comic. This is one of those things, like if I could ever find the other individual original issues, I would keep them, but I read the trade. Love and Rockets ad. 10 years of Love and Rockets. Oh yeah, so this is my favorite, Love and Rockets. I have all the magazine size issues too, but these are some of the standard size. The Luba miniseries. From Gilbert. I guess it wasn't that nice. Fritz and Petra. I put all the Love and Rockets in. Lucky Devil. 1 through 4. Nice Mike Kaluta cover on Madame Xanadu. I got a couple copies of that. Ooh, and a 5-pack. So it looks like I have about 7 copies of that. Maggie and Hopi. Magneto and the Mutant Force. My friend Chris's Major Damage comic, which he published with the Savage Dragon. And a Bruce Timm Justice League card. Huh. A Martial Law #1. Martian Manhunter #1. Marvel Age 1000. Some variant covers on this one. The She-Hulk. Classic Captain America. And looks like the Midnight Suns and Doctor Strange kind of a thing. Marvel Fanfare pinup issue. So with the Mylar noise. The Fumetti book, another classic. Secret Wars Battle World, it just came out not too long ago. There's a Scotty Young variant cover on that one. The Marvel team up with the Not Ready for Primetime Players. Marvel 2-in-1. Thing in Spider-Man, signed by Joe Rubinstein. Oh, my Marvel Value Stamp book, which I've shown in a couple videos now. Marvel Zombies #1 of the current issue. Or current series, I should say. #2, #3. I should say the most recent. I think there's a new one coming out again. Mary Jane Black Cat Beyond #1 with the J. Scott Campbell cover. No, that's the Campbell cover. Who did these? Both Campbell. Oh, they're both Campbell. Look at that. Dark Web, Mary Jane, and Black Cat. Two and 3. Variant cover #3. #4. This is the Alex Ross Timeless #4. And #5 with the variant cover of #5. Masters Universe Revelation. I guess it didn't go over so well. This is one of the various versions that Mouse was distributed. This is the Ashcan size. This is chapter 6. I'd like to find the rest of those, and I'm sure they're very low print run. Measles, another Jaime Hernandez, or not, Gilbert Hernandez book. Actually, I think there's multiple people making contributions to this. Yeah, so it's an anthology series. The original Mechanics miniseries from Jaime. 1 through 4. Microface, this is something I got off of NPR. I don't know if you listen to NPR, but they did a whole thing about producing their own comic book, so I bought one. The Mighty Magnor. Miles Morales Spider-Man #25. Miles Morales and Moon Girl #1. Miles Morales Spider-Man #1 from the, I think it's the 2023 series. It's hard to tell. They renumber everything and they don't put the year on the cover anymore, so it's hard to just know by looking at the cover. Looks like I got about 12 issues of that. Millennium #1 and 2. Patton Oswalt's Minor Threats. Got that miniseries. And then I have every issue of Miracle Man, starting with #1. And I go through the whole Alan Moore series. And then we get into, that's the end of the Moore series. Then we get into the Neil Gaiman run. And if you don't know the history of this It had to do with people not getting paid, publishing companies going out of business, lawsuits, and eventually Marvel got the rights to everything decades later. This is the new series, 0. And lots of covers. This is number 1. This is Miracle in the Silver Age is the title. And it goes on to, how many issues is that? Sorry, I'm discovering this as you are. There's 3D. Let me go back one more. So Silver Age went up to, and there's no number on that one. Come on now. How are there no numbers on these covers? 7? All right, I'm going to say 7 or 8. Then you go into the, this is the 3D. There's a 3-issue Apocrypha miniseries. And Miracle Man Family, which is reprints of the British titles. And that's it. Then we got some Mr. X. This is probably issues where the Hernandez brothers were featured in it. There's another anthology. Another Hernandez brothers is a Jaime cover on Mona #1. A lot of cool artists and writers in that one. Avengers and Moon Girl. Moon Girl and the X-Men. So she teamed up with different characters. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur #1. Scotty Young cover. So it looks like I have the 4-issue series there. 5. Let's see. Mark Spector Moon Knight 2. I guess that's a don't throw it away. And then from the current Moon Knight series, I have all of them. So I'll skip ahead to, I guess it went 26 issues where Moon Knight dies, right? 27? Oh, 28. There we go. So I guess he dies in 28, and then they do the last days of Moon Knight. 30? I take it back. It's a cool Peach Momoko cover. All right, so I guess he dies around the end, which is issue 30, and then they get into the Vengeance of Moon Knight. And this is Black, White, and Red, City of the Dead. This is Stormbreaker variant, Murder World. So Vengeance of the Moon Knight is the current series, and I have those. Should be, well, this is the big Marvels. Yeah, this is the current issue #6 as you watch this. This is Miss Marvel Superhero #2. Beyond the Limit, I think, is this miniseries. Yeah. Miss Marvel Dark Web. Miss Marvel and Moon Knight. Miss Marvel and Venom. Miss Marvel and Venom variant cover. Miss Marvel and Wolverine. And a variant of that. All right, we'll switch boxes. We'll take a look at one more. All right, in this box we got My Greatest Adventures. Starts with 81. So I have 80 slabbed, which is the first appearance of Doom Patrol. So this is the entire My Greatest Adventures run. Up until 85, and then in 86, which we showed, was basically Doom Patrol #1, and so that's switch titles of that. Got some early Adam Strange and some Mystery in Space. In the 66, I guess I should have said the numbers. 69. Skipped every other one. 71. 73. 75. So this run goes all the way to, oh, it goes up in 107. So it gets into the later DC issues. So it looks like I collected that up through 117. Mythography, which is #5, and I think it's got a Neil Gaiman something. There's a reason I kept that. I can't remember why. Napalm Lullaby was a reader tryout. The new Love series, more Hernandez Brothers goodness. I have a little cachet of New Mutants 88s and New Mutants Annual #5. Nexus meets Madman. Nice House on the Lake #1, 2, and 6. Gotta fill that one out. Night of the Ghoul 1, 2, and 3. The No Prize book, which goes along with the Fumetti book and all your Fred Hembeck stuff. Normal Man meets Megaton Man, a couple copies of that. Not Brand Ek #1. A run of Nth Man, yikes. Nubia and the Amazons. Oblivion Song #1 from Kirkman. Occupational Hazards. This is a benefit for the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. The One Hand. 100 graphic novels for public libraries. This is an interesting reference piece. Dave Stevens cover on Orbit. A couple of those. Our Bones Dust, which is a cool, strange sci-fi series. Pandora from Frank Miller, from his publishing company. Peacemaker, Disturbing the Peace. Peacemaker Tries Hard. That whole run. Then we get into more Hernandez Brothers with Penny Century. This is Jaime's mini-series. And then Phantom Road, which is another good science fiction story from Jeff Lemire. So I think it's a 12 issue run? 10. So it's a good one. For you Justice League Dark fans, we got some Phantom Stranger. That was so it's number 2 and number 1. I'm sorry, number 2, number 3. I think I have number 1 slab. That's why it's not in here. Number 5, 7, 8. So this run goes into up to 41, featuring Deadman, and then there's the 1987 miniseries, Mike Mignola, 1 through 4, and then the Vertigo from the later 90s. My buddy Scott Morse, Phenomerama, number 1. Phobias, which is Grant Morrison, Dave McKean. Phoenix Song Echo is a recent read just to try it out. My buddy wrote Prinking the Brain, Jesse Leon, signed by him. Few copies signed by him. Another one. It looks like 4 different Pinky and the Brain signed by Jesse, and then Planet of the Apes, number 1 from a couple years ago. All right, well, that was eclectic. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll check in a couple days with a few more boxes. Until then, keep your mind in the gutter.